So, right, so everybody, welcome to Rapid Racing League. We've managed to get the stream back up. Kahoot, I believe, has retired from the commentary booth. He may jump back in at some point. We are in Q3, so we've had our first times in, and it was Daz with a 128.2, S-Winger 128.39, Mr. Peach 128.564, Rapid Bannon 128.689, Tristan Freitag a 128.7, BM also, exactly the same, Tristan Freitag and BM. DVP with a 129.0, Miller also with a 129.0, but not exactly the same. Darth Morris in 9th with a 129.1, and Super Team LH44 a 129.297, rounding out the top 10. So we are going around for their last laps. I'm gonna whack on the track map and some other bits and bobs. Obviously everybody's on soft tires, it's Q3. And so, who shall we follow? Who's going to be first? It's very hard to tell when you've just joined the lobby. Darth Morris is just about, he's on an invalidated lap. Mr. Peach, Tristan Freitag is on an out lap. So we'll go with Mr. Peach. He's going to be the first one to cross the line on what looks to be a lap. Although I just saw the sector time and I'm pretty sure it wasn't. So we'll see what happens here. I also have no game audio, which is very interesting. I wonder if there's any game audio on the... Usually if you do a couple, there we go, there's the game audio. As he comes across the line, Mr. Peach goes second with a 128.267. Daz still in first as well with a 128.2. BM coming down the main straight as he's done something very interesting there. Very akin to the Div 3 race I've just seen. Is he purposely trying to ram it in the wall? Is he just struggling with... He has problems with the front wing or something? S-Winger coming down the main straight, crosses the line, goes fastest with a 128.197. This is Q3. Expect these times to be mega. Rapid Bannon comes across the line. What does he do? Stays where he is, 128.689. We've got, is that DVP pulling into the pits? It is Miller. Coming around the final corner, he's going slowly as the Alpha Tauri of Daz coming round again. Interesting, because he's already passed the line once. Don't know how that works. Tristan Freitag coming around on an invalidated lap. So that is your top, well, your top 10 for the grid. It's S-Winger on pole, Daz in second, Mr. Peach third, Miller fourth, Rapid Bannon fifth, Tristan Freitag in sixth, BM 7th, Super Team LH44 will start in 8th, DVP 9th, and Darth Morris in 10th. However, I have no idea as whether there was any grid penalties in previous sessions, but I'm going to assume not, and we'll go with that as the starting 10 for the grid. And we will shortly be moving on to the race as we just wait for Tristan Freitag's car to be wheeled into the pits. No, there we go. So... Hi, Chloe HD, Chloe HD, Hi, Chloe. Welcome to the race. Mr. Kahoot has decided to put his fist through his internet box, and he may not reappear. I hope he does, so he can kind of fill me in on what happened in Q1 and 2, but either way, we will crack on without him until such time as he decides to reappear or not. We are just finished qualifying 3, and hopefully we can have a little bit of a some time just to get our heads on after jumping across from Division 3. Rapid Bannon has left the session, that's never a good sign. Hopefully he gets back in. Loading complete, what does that mean? It doesn't usually do that. Okay, it now says loading complete when it goes from that screen. Cool. Hi. Hi. Have you included your audio? Because no, not yet. You're just the silent guy in my ear. People would think I'm talking to myself. I'm going to post the stream just because it looks like people have given up watching it. So we've only got 5 viewers. So I'm just going to post that again, just so people know that it's back in town.
Now I've included my audio. So I am no longer.
So now everybody gets to hear the wonderful voice of Sausage. Clopey will be absolutely.
Hello. Hello, Chloe B. This is the Sausage.
Hello, can everybody hear me? Yeah, my controller may have just died, so I was talking to myself for like a few seconds, and it was like, I guess I'm dead. Yeah, shame that we don't have Sausage Racing, but his wheel makes clunky noise, and he doesn't want to keep his parents awake. So that's the reason for Sausage being here with me instead of out there on the track. But he had his fun with Div 3. Got yourself a podium. Not bad. There's a couple of drivers there that, you know, do have quite a bit of speed, and some drivers there that definitely don't have a lot of speed and get a bit frustrated when everybody was overtaking them. But that's what happens in Div 3. That's why it's Div 3 and not Div 1 or whatever. Although it still happens in Div 1 as well, but hopefully to a lesser extent. So, Mr. Darren Cyber Husky is doing a stellar job here, holding everybody up from readying up. We have had a fair few minutes now where nobody's readied up, which is quite spectacular. However, it would be great to get going. I'm not a big fan of the 5 minutes. I'd rather have it like a minute and a half or something. So if I knew what was going on, I would have stuck an advert on and got some more monies for the league. We're up to we're getting quite a few of these channel points, and we're going for a 45-minute past start. So 1 more minute and we'll be underway. However, by the time the delay comes, it'll probably be 46 for you people watching. It shouldn't be too long though. It should be about 30-second delay, if that. So I have a lot of notifications on my computer, and yeah. So yeah, Div 3 was fun, wasn't it? It was nuts. It was absolute nuts. It was very weird that there was a lot of drivers that were very similar pace, and everybody was quite bunched together. Which in a way is good, because that's kind of what you want, but also it did mean it was a bit of a kind of argy-bargy, kind of people pushing each other around. I did see a bit of sausage on... Who were you trying to get past? It was a bit funky. Also, I forgot the formation lap on the race for Div 3, which was a bit awkward. Being the commentator, I was like, there's 5 layered lights. I've forgotten the formation lap. So we have the formation lap here for Div 1. So S-Winger is on his way now, leading us all off with Daz in second. So just run you through the order as we come around on the formation lap. We've got S-Winger starting in pole position, Daz P2, Mr. Peach 3, Miller in 4th, Banan 5th, Tristan Freitag 6th, BM in 7th, Super Team LH 44 in 8th, DVP in 9th, Darth Morris in 10th. The Ferrari starting very far back here. Faf 53, our reserve Div 2 driver, in 11th, Cyber Husky, your main man Cyber Husky, in the Ferrari in P12. Matty was here. Hopefully has a better race this week, unlike last, or what was it? Was it Monday? No, it was the Monday the week before. It was last Monday. He got absolutely smashed for the whole race. No, it was this race last week, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the Div 1 race last week, because Chewbacca went up his arse. And right in behind Matty was here is Chewbacca, so that'll be interesting. Flashbacks, it's just like, Chewbacca's behind me. In behind them in 15th is Unknown, Pash in the Williams in 16th, and Cheeseman in 17th. Methinks something happened to Cheeseman. And also to Pash, probably, because I think Pash should... I'm trying to think when I've watched Pash race before. That his name's giving me a bit of a lisp. Cheeseman should definitely be a bit further up, but those Ferraris are quite low down. So Darth Morris must have just kind of... Oh yeah, he crashed in Q3, that's why he's in 10th. Cyber Husky, I don't know why he's so low down though. He should be up. Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. I think he was in on the formation lap, to be honest. It did look like he was. Oh no, he's greyed out here. Yeah, I see. It should go solid just before we go. It should jump twice. There you go. There's one, there's two, then it goes solid. There we go. So, for some reason, Banan's already 3 places down. Off we go. Red lights out. Off we go. S-Winger gets away well. The camera angles take a while to change. S-Winger still in P1. Daz staying tucked in behind him to get around the corner. Lots of pushing and shoving further back, as we already have a spin, and it's the 2 Red Bulls going off. And that was very much BM doing a bit of shoving through corners 1 and 2, as Mr. Peach and Tristan Freitag both ended off. I think Mr. Peach was the one at the front that got knocked, and he kind of either unsighted or knocked into Tristan Freitag. Pash there just getting a little bit pushed by Cheeseman coming through as well. So reasonably well start, apart from the Red Bulls, but you know, these things happen. Coming in to the chicane then, we've got a couple of cars going almost side by side here, with Super Team LH44 and Matty was here. He's managed to evade the capture of Chewbacca, who's up there ahead of him. Darth Morris jumps up to P6, Cyber Husky up to P8, doing well from the start. I should probably get some bits and pieces onto my screen so we know what's going on. I always forget to put them on. Position changes then. Chewbacca up 5, Cyber Husky up 4, Darth Morris also up 4, BM's up 4 as well. That's because 2 Red Bulls got pushed out of the way. But he still did make quite a few positions off of corner 1, and then it kind of all went to pot in turn 2. So here we come down the main straight for the end of the first lap. It's pretty, and my timing screen has just glitched, so I have no idea. It's pretty much a second between the first couple of runners. Then further back it does get a bit closer. I think we're back to normal again. EVP just in behind Darth Morris. Darth Morris will have a bit more pace over DVP, so he should be able to get away from him, although he is on different tyres. Tyres here, something I forgot about when I was doing the run through. Just to give you a little fill in then, Daz is on the mediums, S-Winger's on the softs. That's all you need to know. We don't care about anybody else. No, further back, Banan and Darth Morris both on the mediums. Cyber Husky playing the long strap, starting on the hards. Hopefully that works out for him, because it is quite a good strategy doing hard to medium, because then you can push it back, and then eventually you might be able to get the softs on. EVP though is keeping up with Darth Morris with this difference in tyres, the soft versus the mediums. Hopefully DVP doesn't do anything too interesting, or hopefully he does do something. He does something interesting. Yeah, he just needs to be patient with these softs, especially with being so close with other cars. You've got Darth Morris and Banan, who are quick drivers, but on the medium tires. So if you try and do something with them, they're very capable of not letting you through. In a nice way. They're not gonna ram him off the road or anything, but he will struggle to get past them. So it's probably best just to as he goes deep into turn 1, and that's as he goes side by side with Cyber Husky. Cyber Husky sneaks through Chewbacca as well, getting through. DVP has dropped to 9th, and yeah. So those soft tires advantage might have just disappeared, especially Chewbacca on the same tires just ahead of him. And a front as a corner cone just flies across the road. DRS, everybody in the DRS train then. Chewbacca, DVP on the back of Cyber Husky. Nobody will be making. Is he going to make a move? Nah, it's far too far off. Rapid Banan on the back of Miller. Will. Yeah, it's too early days. I mean, he's on the mediums and Miller's on the softs. You're struggling. You need to wait a bit more into the race to start seeing all the funky overtakes, to be honest, because that's when people are on different tires. That's when you get the spicy stuff. Wow, some people burning the midnight oil, as we've got a bit of a shunt there as Matty was here. Oh dear, bad to worse. Off. I'm not sure if there was a bit of a battle there as Super Teammate. Super Teammate is just half a lap behind, 30 seconds behind. Matty was here, then back on the road. Doesn't look like he's got any damage, so should be no, he's fine. He's got. The end plates on an Alfa Romeo are very dark, so they look like they don't exist. Cool. So Tristan Freitag just getting past Pash there. Should be pretty simple. Softs versus the hards. So 2 people already made their way through the pits. Yeah, we Banan past Miller. Chewbacca's past Cyber Husky, and DVP. Past Super Husky, Cyber Husky, Super Team LH and Cyber Husky made a baby, don't you know? So Cyber Husky, can he come back at DVP? Probably not with those hard tires. So this is the problem you run with the hard tires, is you're gonna get mugged by absolutely everybody, no matter who they. Oh, DVP goes super wide through that corner that has. I don't think it has a name. Have a name. The testicle, as I like to call it, because it kind of droops down, but it's not very PG. DVP in behind Cyber. DVP going for the pits. Nope, just going for a very interesting line through the corner. Daz hitting the fastest lap, and DVP will have the DRS off of Cyber Husky, but I believe he's way too far back to make any reasonable use of that, unless he has a massive lunge. So Darth Morris on the back of Miller. Miller's used up all his ERS as he's now flashing his red light at us. Darth Morris has a substantial amount of ERS. So coming out of this corner now, he will absolutely be gunning it, and Miller should get caught napping on the main straight. As Miller does a bit of a different line. So Darth Morris will have the ERS and DRS over Miller. Miller does pull for the inside, so Darth Morris does get the outer line. Will Miller make a bit of a late move? Yeah, I mean, it's Darth Morris couldn't get past, and Miller has to make the corner at some point, so that's fine. As Darth Morris coming up, trying to get close to Miller, can't even get his nose in. Yeah, he can't get past, so Miller just kind of really eking out all that ERS and tyre advantage. Oh, that was a bit of a... I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it was very close. Darth Morris then, as chasing Miller, as we're on board now. Coming into the last couple of corners, we've got another DR as Miller pulls into the pits. So both the Scottish brothers into the pits, BM and Miller. They are brothers. They are both called Miller. So really, the fact that one's called Miller really does not help. So DVP's also into the pits there, in the Williams. So Darth Morris up to P4 in behind. Rapid Bannon. Bannon's gone! Bannon has spun it. Chewbacca just getting past. Bannon needs to get going again. As Cyber Husky's got past as well on the hard tyre. Here comes Faf. Faf has passed. Cheeseman has to get past Bannon. Bannon still just holds it in. Manages to get himself into the corner before Cheeseman gets past. It's a bit dodgy when you have a rejoining car versus a speedy car, but they've managed to keep it clean. And Tristan Freitag isn't too far behind either, so Cheeseman should get past down this main straight. Wonder if Bannon shouldn't have any damage, as he only just spun. He didn't really cut. Oh, there's a little bit of a nudge there coming down the main straight. I think that might have just been a little bit not knowing the width of your car. It didn't look too dramatic. So Cheeseman passed Bannon, so that spin did cost him what, 1, 2, where was he? He was just ahead of Darth Morris, wasn't he? Yeah, he was P3 and Darth Morris was just lining him up. Wait, he was 1 second behind him, I think. So he's lost, whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places plus a second or so. It was not too far off of the back of Daz either. So Swinger pulls into the pits off of those softs. What does he jump onto? Will be the mediums, obviously. What else would it be? So probably a soft, medium, soft there. Strategy for Swinger. Darth Morris then into P2, in behind Daz. So doing well from P10 on the grid to sitting 6 seconds behind Daz on the same tyres is not terrible. It's pretty good going there for the Ferrari driver, Darth Morris there. And Cyber Husky likewise on the hard tyre to be up there on the 6 laps old hards is doing very well. Matty was here, 3 second time penalty, and we'll just add that to his bucket of woes. And luckily he's got S-Winger behind him rather than Chewbacca, so the two Aston Martin drivers very much roles reversed, as Chewbacca's up in 3rd and S-Winger's down in 12th. But this is just based on the S-Winger gets past Matty was here, because he does have the pace advantage, very much so. And Matty was here. No, Matty sees green, sees the British racing green, and just goes, ah! I let you go. And so Rapid Bannon is in P7, trying to claw his way back to the top now, as he'll need to get past the two McLaren drivers. Now, our Div 2 boy, Mr. Faf, or Faf 53 as he's also called, in P5, doing a stellar job for a reserve, I must say. Not bad at all. That's where you could have been, Sausage, if you had taken the opportunity to drive the Rapid Toddy's McLaren. You could have been sat in P5, because that's how it works. But it's good to see Faf in there as well, making up the numbers, or trying to make up the numbers. We're still 3 short, which is a bit sad. Hopefully the Div 2 guys can rise to the challenge next week and help us get to a 20 car grid. S-Winger then, looking at the back of Pash in the Williams. So Aston Martin versus the Williams here. Has the DRS, Pash goes for the inside line. S-Winger has to take, well, the other inside line, the actual inside line. Pash, obviously, with the outside line then. It depends whether you think of it as the straight or the corner that it's going into. So there you go, S-Winger past Pash, as easy as that. That was probably one of the simplest overtakes. So S-Winger will just be pounding round, catching people and overtaking them. So that's what he does. Next on the list, next on the menu is Tristan Freitag. Tristan here, sporting the lovely red tyres, also known as the softs. So we'll see how this goes. S-Winger on the mediums versus Tristan on the softs. The softs will be crying out a little bit as Tristan comes into the pits. Was pretty much expecting that. 7 laps on the softs in France is pretty much you're done. So Chewbacca and Tristan are both into the pits off of those softs, which have done their due. Was quite interesting for Tristan to pit on lap 1 onto the softs, I think, because Tristan, I'm sure Tristan Freitag's pitted after. Oh, maybe he didn't pit. Maybe only Mr. Peach pitted, because he obviously span on the first corner, on the second corner. So it might have been that he just didn't pit, but it would have said 8 laps surely, not 7. Maybe that. I don't know. These numbers always don't make sense, because it's like they haven't changed their tires yet. The lap count is 2 more than the lap count at the top is 2 more than the tire count. But BM losing it by the looks of it. Yep, as he gets mugged by his brother and the other Haas driver. So BM trying to get himself back up to racing speed on the mediums. 3 laps. Pash in behind Matty was here. I believe this is actually Pash's first race with us. We do know him from another league, hence why he's not exactly, flying into people or whatever. He has got some standards. So as we see him crash into the back of Matty was here. No, he's a very good driver. He's on the hards, so he's making them work against Matty was here on the mediums. Very much akin to my battle with Rusty Neptune in Div 2, where I was on the mediums and he was on the hards, and he just wouldn't leave me alone, which was quite good for Rusty. I mean, he was solidly behind me for a fair few laps, and he was on the hards and I was on the mediums, so I was telling him to go away. A bit of jumping around here with Pash. Seems to be a bit glitchy, so we'll see how that goes with when he comes up to other people. It doesn't look too bad. It's just every now and again when I'm on board with them, it just kind of jumps, but it seems to be reasonably smooth. I hope BM's gone again. Spinilla. As long as he's not, as long as he's not had contact with anyone, I shouldn't hear too much about it. But it's always difficult when if somebody else is involved, then people get a bit hot under the collar. But looks like it was very much him on the curb, I think. But I'm sure if it wasn't, we will know about it. Yeah, that back end's spinning around all over the place. He'll be very hot on those rear tires. Anyway, Banan on the back of Faf. Got the DRS and the ERS. He's running very low on ERS, so he needs to make this move before he runs out of ERS. And he's going to run out. Well, he's dropped off the ERS. Just left it drain, I would have thought. It's just caught up. Maybe it's worth just easing off the ERS and wait for the main snazzy DRS straight, not the fake one at the front, but the big daddy straight at the back. And here we go. This is Banan on Faf. It has the ERS. That ERS is running very low. It has the DRS. Faf just holding the inside line. Outside line. I always get this the wrong way. Cuts back very quickly, Banan. Could have waited till he was a bit further past before he cut back onto him. But Faf manages to carry on in behind him. So Rapid Banan does have absolutely no battery left, so he will be flashing his rear red light, as Faf will be looking to just sneak back past. You know, if somebody's low on ERS, you can just kind of go, oh, excuse me. Unknown. P10 in the Haas takes out whatever that was, a brake marker board or something. And is he coming? He's reset to track, which is fine. There was nobody anywhere near him. As the McLaren comes around the corner, though, that's the thing that happens. You think you're fine, and then whoop, somebody turns up. So Chewbacca coming round in behind him. Will he catch him at some point? I don't really care, to be honest. Faf on Rapid Banan. Faf just got passed by S-Winger, so Faf was a little bit slow through that corner for some reason. I think he just kind of lost the rear end slightly and just had to kind of ease off, which allowed S-Winger through. S-Winger will be hunting down Rapid Banan like nothing else. This is the gold moment here. So watch this, as Anon has just crashed on the main. I believe he's done it in the pits, so that's fine. Yeah, S-Winger on Banan here. They side by side, straight up the outside, also known as the inside, depending on whether you look at it one way or the other. Nice and easy. I don't know why I call that the inside. It feels, well, I mean, because it's like, yeah, the outside of that straight. Because it's very much the outside. Because the corner before it is a left-hander, and the corner after it is a left-hander. So it's always going to be the outside. But I don't know whether it's like, it's got a slight camber on it, and that makes me think that the lower end, the bit on the right, feels like but then it's still the outside. I don't know why I called it the inside. I think it's because I think the racing line is known as the inside, and if you go off the racing line, you're kind of having to go around people, so you're going the outside. I think that's where I'm going with it. So lots of people into the pits anyway after my bit of a mouth spurt. So Darth Morris in for a set of hards. Lap 13 of 27, 14 laps remaining. So that's pretty even for the hards. You know, do half on the mediums, half on the hards. It's pretty much what you want to do. So as Banan and Tristan, no, not Tristan, Matty was here, Faf and Mr. Peach, and yeah, they're all on the hards. Daz, Darth Morris. So Darth Morris has come out quite a bit far off of Daz. I'm not sure he was that far off of Daz beforehand, so maybe there was something there. Or maybe, maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Maybe he just dropped back in those last couple of laps before he pitted. Cyber Husky then, leading the race in P1 on 12 lap old hards. You know what I haven't done for a while? I haven't actually looked at the chat. Cloby HD, the thing that says laps, is that how many until they pit? No, it's how many laps they've done on those tyres. So at the top you've got 13 of 27, so that we've done 14 laps of 27. Then each tyre, you have the different tyre types, hard, medium and soft, white, yellow and red. And then the number next to it is how many laps they've done on those tyres. So Cyber Husky has pretty much done the whole race so far on the hards. He will be looking to pit in, well, soon, but I would say he will probably leave it at least 2 more laps, depending on whether this comes up as a safety car. But no, BM's back on. He's essentially waiting for a safety car to pit, is what he's doing. Cloby, yes, you're still learning. Well, the more races you watch, the more you'll know, and eventually you'll know more than Cyber, which you know. Oh, S-Winger's right in behind Cyber Husky now. This is another move for the books. S-Winger coming up behind Cyber Husky. Oh, we've got a safety car right into the hands of Cyber Husky. He will be rubbing his hands. Straight into the pits will come Cyber Husky. You can, I bet a house on it, you know. He's just going to go, yep, that's me, that'll do me. Boom. In he comes. No. Oh, does he? Oh, okay. Doesn't fancy taking those mediums to the end. Daz will stay out. He's got 1 lap on those hards. So in a way, it kind of works for Daz as well, because it gives him the track position. Everybody else in the pits, Miller, Pash, very much so, with the mediums and the hards. Darth Morris will stay out. He'll hopefully try and get himself ahead of all these lot. Yep, he manages it. They're not even coming out yet. Darth Morris will come out. Cyber Husky will be in 3rd. So what you've got here, is Daz in 1st, then you've got the 2 Ferraris. So basically, when you've got 2 teammates next to each other behind a safety car, you have like the ultimate control of everything. Like it is like the pinnacle of, you know, you've got everything in your hands. So what Cyber Husky, what they probably won't even do this, but I'm just gonna say it because, you know, it's what I did once. So the second car, you've got Darth Morris, and then you've got Cyber Husky. So Cyber Husky essentially just needs to not go for it out of the last corner, and just kind of, you know, not actually back people up, but just kind of not go for it. And that way Darth Morris gets a good clean run without having to watch who's behind him. And it's a lot easier for Darth Morris then to have a good run on Daz if Cyber Husky's got his back. So hopefully Cyber Husky's listening and can, you know, be a good wingman. Alternatively, what he could do is Darth Morris could go offline. If he goes off the track, let Cyber Husky through. Cyber Husky's got the tyres to go against Daz. So what might happen here is Darth Morris might give Cyber Husky the spot. And if they're in the same chat, they might do this little cheeky swap. They might still have a lap to. So what you can do under safety car is if your car just happens to go off the track, the car behind is actually allowed to overtake. So, I mean, you could argue all day about the sportsmanship of this, but what you can do is you can drive one car just off the track and let the other one through, and boom, you've swapped your cars under safety car. I mean, is it sportsmanship like? Maybe not, but I mean, they can very much swap off the line as well. Like Darth Morris just needs to make sure that they just need to decide who's going left and who's going right, who's breaking into the corner first, sort of thing, and they can switch, you know, straight off the restart. But Miller with a 5-second penalty there, severe collision with Pash. You know, these things happen. There you go, Pash looking to nudge him up the bum again. Ignoring yellow flags. So ignoring yellow flags at that part tends to mean that you've overtaken someone. And that, yeah, this is Pash's glitching, which is coming into effect here, I believe. He's sat in behind Miller and he's glitching kind of back and forth between him and... So we'll have a bit. He's dropped off the back of Miller now, which is kind of where we need him to be. He's a good couple of car lengths off, just because he's going to be jumping around. From Faf's point of view, he doesn't seem to be jumping around too much. So safety car in this lap. Darth Morris is still ahead of Cyber Husky, so they haven't done the cheeky little swap that I said that they should probably do. Which is probably good for the best, because it is dodgy. I'm sure people would. And another one for Pash and Miller. So, yeah, expect a very angry Miller in the chats later, as he's had a severe amount of penalties given to him. He's now up to 15. You know, I'm pretty sure I can take at least 10 of those away. He ain't going to be serving like any of them in the end of the race. S-Winger doing a little bit of drifting around the corner, looking to get past Cyber Husky then. So Cyber Husky has backed up a little bit. He's done a 1.2 behind Darth Morris. Very much playing second fiddle here, as S-Winger will have a reasonable run on him, but hopefully Cyber Husky can get the pace up. Would have been more interesting to see them switch, I would have thought. But maybe we'll get into that in a bit. Hopefully Cyber Husky can then close this gap to Darth Morris, and then they might just swap them around. Still sat at 1.3. S-Winger is on the back. Banan. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of... Oh, bumpy. Mr. Peach. Oh, jeez. Mr. Peach and DVP. It just... Once you get those wheels interlocked, neither car is going anywhere other than a barrier or whatever. Pash has dropped down as well, but I mean that was always going to happen with that kind of internet connection. I guess. Matty was here, also has a bit of a moment. It doesn't look like it was with anyone. Pash gets past. It might have been with Super Team LH44. We shall see afterwards. I'm sure people will be sending in clips. Back to the front, Cyber Husky has dropped the gap to Darth Morris. He's taken a good 6 tenths out. TVP with a 10-second time penalty corner cutting. I'm sure he's very frustrated and just decided, screw this, I'm gonna go straight through whatever corner it was. And Cyber Husky, they both have a reasonable amount of battery. S-Swinger's surprisingly dropped off a bit off the back of Cyber. I mean, still within half a second, but oh, that's a dodgy move. If I was on that earlier, I would have actually seen it, but from what I saw, it looked dodgy, but I'll let them away with it, because I didn't see it. Yeah, it just, it was very close to the side of the track by the time he won. But, two DVPs retires, don't blame him. Yeah, it's guys retiring in the pits because they've had enough, by the looks of it. Pash and Mr. Oh, no, they've just come in for front wings, by the looks of it. Front wings and tyres. Pash and Mr. Peach. Very much a day to forget. Super Team LH44 got quite a few cars up ahead of him as he takes a 3-second time penalty there, which is not going to serve him very well against people that don't have any. Tristan Freitag ahead of him. Behind Chewbacca, then you've got the two McLarens, so we're all pretty much nose to tail still, from 7th down to 11th, and whoever that was, Rapid Banan, going for a little detour across the fields of France. S-Winger then, oh, these cars at the front are very bunched together. Cyber Husky on the back of Darth Morris now, S-Winger in behind him. What's going to happen here then? S-Winger's got, I mean, we haven't got the DRS, but we've got the ERS, so maybe we just hold fire for now, lads. And we'll think about it once we get to the other bit. But they're all going to have DRS down the back straight, so we'll see what kind of carnage unfolds. S-Winger in behind. Well, Darth Morris will just kind of give up, because he'll just pull to one side and let them both pass, pretty much. He'll try and get Cyber Husky past, but oh, Cyber Husky going a little bit sideways through that corner. Has the run on Darth Morris. S-Wingers drop back here. Cyber Husky going up the outside, not the inside. We did figure this one out. Darth Morris will close the door on S-Winger. Yep. Called it. S-Winger wasn't even up alongside, so Darth Morris did have the right to return to the racing line. He did do it kind of very subtly as well, which was nice. So S-Winger up the inside. This is very much the inside of Darth Morris, and Darth Morris just has to yield because he is on the hard tyres. And S-Winger is an absolute speed demon, so he will be looking to get back past, but I believe that's pretty much it for Darth Morris. So S-Winger on the back of Cyber Husky. We have the... Oh, S-Winger, you cannot overtake off the track. Cyber Husky will hold the line through the corner. He's very much on the defensive line as S-Winger is really pouncing up behind him. So DRS and ERS here for S-Winger on Cyber Husky. And which way we go in? We're going for the inside with Cyber Husky. Does get gassed quite drastically. Cyber Husky just tucking in behind, very much nice and neat. So Cyber Husky sat just ahead of Darth Morris now. Darth Morris needs to just kind of not cause too much of a problem for his teammate here, just let each other go. P3 and 4, very much good points for Ferrari. I doubt you're going to catch back up to S-Winger, and you're certainly not going to catch Daz, so hold fire in 3 and 4 and make sure Miller doesn't catch it, even though he does have 3 bazillion penalty points from whoever it was, Pash, running up his backside, but I'm sure we can clear some of them off. Pash setting a fastest lap on the fresh set of softs, and shouldn't be too much of a surprise because nobody's on softs and he is, so that's pretty much where that comes from. Oh yes, I have a chat. Cloby. I should probably give the game a go at some point. It's just hard at the moment. Yes, you have to reach past the growth to reach the wheel. Maybe try the controller. Then it doesn't really matter where you hold it. You can just kind of rest your hands on. Well, I mean, she plays with the controller anyway, so yeah, have a go racing with the controller. See if you can beat your future hubby. Cyber Husky then. Sticking with S-Winger pretty nicely here. S-Winger has got low ERS, and he'll be pushing like mad to catch Daz, but I mean, are you gonna catch Daz? He's pretty much checked out, but he is on the hards. S-Winger has got the chance to catch up, so we do have, what, 6-7 laps remaining. I can never work out whether you count it as the amount of difference between the two numbers or the... So, oh goodness, Cyber Husky's got the run on S-Winger like an absolute stormer. Wow. It was never going to happen on that corner, but get the good exit here. Oh, a little bit of sideways action there as Matty was here, has DNF'd on the main straight, and a safety car. How about that? Something to very much put the cat among the pigeons. Bit of a strange phrase for all our fellow, not our fellow, all our people that are not the English language. Amongst the pigeons just means it kind of shakes things up a bit. So Cyber Husky, Daz here, gets his ass in the pit. What's going to happen? No. So Cyber Husky goes for the pit stop strategy, whereas Daz and S-Winger just stick it out. So Cyber Husky will lose quite a bit of track position here, I think, as as we have a big stream of cars coming in behind. Hopefully Cyber Husky can get back out before... No, it's not going to happen. He's not going to get back out before this group of cars, so he's going to drop. Oh, especially with being held. Oh, that's... Oh no, it didn't get held. It was just a glitch. Okie doke. So Cyber Huskies come back out. No, my cameras are still very much skewed. Cyber Husky comes out ahead of Banan. So he's dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions. But he is on fresh softs. So, expect carnage when the green flag comes down, because soft tyre runners versus 9 on the hards, 7 on the mediums, 9 on the hards, 7 on the mediums, 9 on the hards, 7 on the mediums, and then 7 on the hards, just to be different. So then we've got the softs of Cyber Husky, Banan, Chewbacca, Cheeseman, and then Pash is on the older softs, and Mr. Peach at the back on mediums. So, what do you think is going to happen here then, George? Best winger to jump Daz? If you're even still there? Hello? Have you gone to bed? He's gone to bed, that's fine. He's probably gone for a drink or something. He's still in the party. George! Sausage! Well, I believe S-Winger is going to jump Daz, like, straight off the bat. Miller might try and have a go at Darth Morris, but that's not going to end well, because you see it not ending well. Faf, Cyber Husky and Banan should be up past Super Team LH, 44, Tristan Freitag and Faf within a couple of laps. Oh, you're back. I asked you a question and you didn't reply, so I just assumed that you had gone to bed. As Pash jumps into the pits for some strange reason, and maybe if he had a penalty, he might try and get rid of it. Yes, Mr. Matty was here. I think you were still here just as he binned it on the main straight, and then it brought out a safety car, and it was, yes, lots of drama. So we had Cyber Husky and Banan, Chewbacca, Cheeseman all jump into the pits. They put on fresh softs, and as I was just saying, I believe S-Winger might get the jump on Daz, and Cyber Husky will be up 3 places within a couple of laps. So we'll see if Cyber Husky Banan, whoever else, can get back to higher than they were when they pitted. It's a bit interesting. Cyber Husky dropped. So Cyber Husky was sat in P3. So he's dropped a bunch of places by pitting onto the softs. So he'll be very much hoping that this safety car comes in now so he can get some running on his tyres to try and catch people. I've got a load of messages everywhere, so I'm just going to have a quick browse at what's going on. Yeah. I hope it said safety car in this lap, because I am not going in for another one. Oh, Mr. Peach, 5-second penalty, severe collision with Pash. So it's another one for the Pash count, and we may have to have a look into Pash's lack of internet, or whatever is going on with him, as he has caused. What? Well, we'll have a look at the race director later as to how many thousands of things he's caused. As we go green, let's have a jump to the front. Darth Morris has the run on S-Winger, kinda. Fails out of it. Oh, goes sideways. Miller. For goodness sake, it was always going to be. I knew that was going to happen. As he then gets taken out by Super Team LH. And I pretty much caught none of that, so we'll have to see what happens there from people's onboards. But yeah, Miller should have never gone for the move on Darth Morris, and that's what I take from it just now. As Banan's going all over the place, and Faf's just trying to get past, and the dead AI of Banan is just doing all sorts of weird and wonderful things. So Banan and Super Team LH both got caught up in that, as did Faf. Not Faf, Miller. I don't know where Faf was in relation to everybody, but I guess he got caught up he must have got caught up in it in some way. As Cyber Huskies passed Darth Morris. Darth Morris, please back. Just let him go. I've had enough drama for today. Cheeseman coming round. And Cheeseman on the back, Chewbacca. Mr. Peach then. All very, very close here. As the soft car. Oh, Mr. Peach just too much on the throttle. And he's off. He's managed to keep it out of, well, he's touched the barrier, but he's managed to keep it out of damage. And Pash. Glitchy Pash, as I will now start calling him. Or Slash, I don't know. Slash? Hash? Making a hash of it. Right, Chewbacca. Cyber Huskies back to third with his soft tyres. Still with 2.5 laps to go here. So we'll see how he does. He pitted from third, so at least he's made back up to where he was. So that's a good start. Darth Morris sticking in fourth, which is good as well, because that's where he was prior to the safety car. Tristan Freitag. Yeah, from what I could make of it, Miller tried to go up this inside of Darth Morris, which was never going to happen. Lost the back end, and obviously when he goes sideways, he's like a slow-moving object. Super Team LH has nothing to do other than plow straight into him, because there's literally nothing he could have done. And then it all collects pretty much every single car behind them on the way. We have, but I'm trying to keep the beast tame. I'm sure he's absolutely fuming, so we'll try and leave it. Yeah, maybe after the race. We'll let the rest of the drama carry on first before we go to the post-race drama. S-Winger coming up behind Daz here then. Daz to the inside. S-Winger going very much to the outside here. And very much makes the move stick. So Daz getting passed there by S-Winger. So Cyber Husky will be catching these two. I think he'll get past Daz. Whether or not he can then catch up to S-Winger as well, maybe not. But Daz is very much in the sights. Darth Morris still doing a stellar job, sat in P4 in behind. And with Chewbacca, the next car behind him with penalties, Darth Morris should very much be sat in 4th. And I'm sure he'll be pretty chuffed with the 4th for his efforts. Cheeseman in 7th, in behind Tristan Freitag. And, Tristan Freitag getting mugged a little bit. Yeah. Oh, Cyber Husky with the fastest lap on the softs, of course. Expect nothing less. Cheeseman trying to go up the inside of Tristan Freitag. Oh, around the outside. Oh, he makes it stick. Oh, that was nail-biting stuff. What a great move from Cheeseman, and I will be sending that one to Mr. Jarno Trulli. S-Winger with a penalty, and Cyber Husky then could get the win. If he gets past Daz and S-Winger, S-Winger almost letting Daz pass. S-Winger's ran out of battery here, so Daz and S-Winger are sitting duck. They both go for the inside line. Daz trying to go around the outside of S-Winger. Makes it stick. Cyber Husky just going, there's no way to go. Where do I go? I'm faster than both of you. Give me room, guys. Daz holding it in front of S-Winger then. So they're both flashing, and Cyber's still got a bunch of fuel. So we are on lap 27. So we will just be coming round to finish. Daz will get the win. And S-Winger, oh, well, you're getting P2, Cyber. Don't do anything stupid. Just pick up the P2 and be done with it, I think, is what's going to happen here. So across the line, Daz in 1st place. Cyber Husky, of course, jumps up to 2nd. S-Winger in 3rd. Darth Morris just missing out on 3rd place by 800ths. So S-Winger 3rd, Darth Morris 4th, just. Cheeseman 5th, Tristan Freitag 6th, Chewbacca 7th, Pash in 8th, Mr. Peach in 9th. Miller comes across in 10th. He does have a bazillion hours of penalties there, but that will make absolutely no difference, as Faf is the next car behind him, and he's well and truly kind of still in still driving around Canada as we come round. Well, it wasn't in Canada, but you get my point. It's going to be a long time until he crosses the line, which is no diss on him. He did have a stellar race for a guy jumping in. For a guy jumping in, that was a pretty good show, Mr. Faf. Kudos to you. Unfortunately, you did get caught up in the massive snowball, which I believe took out 2 cars. So 2 cars DNF'd from that. So there may be some reasonably harsh penalties coming somebody's way. Who? Pash? Or Faf? Yeah, I'm not sure where Faf went in that, to be honest. I remember seeing Miller up the inside of Darth Morris, and then it all going a bit kind of putong. So, your podium there. I'll just skip past this, because I'm not a big fan of podium celebrations. They're a bit... It's the same thing every single time, and it's just they change the colours. It's not really... Yeah, I suppose, but for me it's just like, oh, great, yeah, the same thing again. So there you go. There's your little list. You got Daz on the left, so we'll just skip past him because we don't want to see whoever the heck that is. Default person 1. It'd be nice if you could scan your face in or something. Daz in first, Cyber Husky second, with the fastest lap, so an extra point there for the Ferrari team. S-Winger in third, Darth Morris fourth, Cheeseman fifth, Tristan Freitag sixth, Chewbacca 7th, Pash 84 8th, Mr. Peach J in 9th, Miller in 10th, Faf in 11th, and then we have the DNFs of your Dutch best friend, Mr. Banan, Rapid Banan, Super Team LH44, both the Mercedes getting cut up in that bowling alley incident. Matty was here in 14th, who caused the safety car that all led to that. DPV 15th, another Dutchie. BM, not Spanish, just has probably has the Carlos Sainz glitch, and is actually from Scotland. And Unknown was your first DNF, down in 17th. Well, well, well. I'm sure my phone will be binging non-stop this evening. But I do kind of want to go to bed at some point soon, so... Oh yes, race director. I need to have a look. Well, it doesn't really matter, but I want to have a look at how many how many Pash seconds? How many Pash seconds? Oh, well, one of Miller's was speeding in the pit lane, so we'll discount that one. So Faf had a 5 second for Pash. Miller had a 5 second for Pash. Pash had a annoying yellow flag, so that's when he jumped ahead. Then another 5 seconds for Pash. So that's 15 between two drivers. Then later on, corner cutting DVP, DVP speeding in the pit lane, which is kind of understandable. I'm sure he was just trying to get back in ASAP. Mr. Peach, severe collision with Pash, so that's 20 seconds Pash caused with his glitchy car. That's when the incident happened. Super Team LH44 terminal damage, Miller collision. Tristan Freitag, collision with Faf. So that must have been straight off the start, and then it all happened. Yeah. Pash. Yeah. So it was 20 seconds that Pash caused, and then yeah, these unserved penalties are actually the penalties further up, which is a bit stupid why they put them at the end, but that's how it works apparently. So yeah, and for some reason we're stuck. So we'll just leave that there for now. Well, I think that about does it for Div 1. And that was crazy, and I absolutely enjoyed that, to be honest. It was a very fun race to watch. It kind of double heading Div 3 then Div 1. I've just done two 50% races, which means I've just commentated about an hour and a half or something. So I'm a little bit knackered, so I'm going to have a little break before I start doing all the points tables, which need to be done at some point. Yeah, I don't drink coffee, so I might just leave. I'll leave the ones from today till tomorrow, but I'll try and catch up the ones from yesterday and try and get them out at least. I think I'm about a day behind, but at least at the weekend I get to catch up on all these things. So that was Div 1. That was craziness. Next week is Austria, and we'll have 4 races there. We also have the races for Australian Div. So we have Australian Div 2 on the Monday, Australian Div. Then we have the Euro NPC on the Monday as well. Different Mondays depending on where you are in the world. Then we have Australia Div 1. Then Australia Div. It's a Div 1 on the Tuesday, Div 3 on the Wednesday. Then you have Euro Div 2 and 4. So 4 is on, will be on Rapid Vono Twitch, and then Div 2 will be on Rapid Racing League Twitch at 7-ish. 7 for Div 3 and Div 4, and quarter to 8 for Div, the other one, Div 2. And then the same again on Thursday for Div 4 and Div 3 and 1. There you go. I will get these numbers in my head at some point. Yes, so that's it from the Rapid Racing League Twitch and from the Rapid Racing League for this week. And we'll see you on Monday for some more fun with I don't know where Australia should be in Canada, I believe. The Australian leagues are in Canada next week, and the Euro leagues are in Austria. So that is it for today, and I'm going to go and stick my head in a bucket of water or something. Goodbye, Twitch, and bye. Bye, Twitch. Goodbye.